Today, I am here at Hutchinson Square in Summerville, downtown Summerville, historic part. This is the iconic area where most people, when they think of Summerville, they kind of think of Hutchinson Square. Now, today we are talking about all the things that people love about Summerville. So you're planning a move here in 2024, you're gonna wanna know these things because you're gonna wanna know, hey, why am I moving to this place and why is it so amazing and what makes it great? I'm getting after all of that today in this video, so make sure you stay till the end where I've got some really important information that you're absolutely going to love. But before we begin, do me a favor and hit the subscribe button and tap that notification bell, but also hit me a like, post a comment below. Maybe you love something about Summerville and I'm not thinking of it in this video. So I want you to post below, let me know what your thoughts are. In fact, this year I've updated the list from last year because there's some awesome new things that are happening and I want to get into it. So first on the list, the one that I think is the most important is the beauty of Summerville, South Carolina. Listen, the parks, the neighborhoods, everything is so well thought out and designed. When you're entering different neighborhoods, they usually have these master plan community signs. Cane Bay has a very beautiful one. It's a water. It actually hasn't been working the last couple of years, so I think the HOA needs to update and fix that. But the thing that people absolutely are loving about Summerville is the beauty and the old historic look. Like, I'm in Hutchinson Square right now. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's got like, it almost makes me feel like I'm in like an old book or an old movie where, you know, you got brick buildings and there's all these, you know, cars parked down the street and people are walking down the streets. That's the vibe you get when you're here in Hutchinson Square. And most of Summerville, it's got a very historic vibe. Everything from Azalea Park to the Dorchester State Historic Site right here in Summerville. So stick around, we're gonna walk Hutchinson Square and I'm gonna talk to you a little bit about what things I like and what is cool and what's coming to the area. So if you wanna know more, stay to the end. You're gonna love this video. Here we go. All right, guys, first spot right here in Hutchinson Square. If you're Outer Banks fans, you'll recognize this building. This is Garen's Pharmacy. It's one of the oldest pharmacies. It's a historic site, in fact. But what's really cool, and also you can hear the train behind me. When we're talking about things people love, you may not love this, but I'll tell you what, it just, I don't know, when I hear that noise, it kind of makes me feel like small town America. You got the train coming, look at it. Check this out. I don't know if you can see it, but it's going by right now. Okay, guys, I didn't plan that. All right, let's establish this right now. That was not planned.
Coincidence? I think not.
But what I'm saying is Garen's Pharmacy is one of those cool locations that Hollywood looks at for their TV shows and their movies. So you got Outer Banks location right here. You also have some wonderful stores right along the way. You know, that's the big thing that people are driving to Summerville is they love all the history. So check this out. So that's gonna lead me right into number 2 is hospitality. That's one of the big things I think a lot of people love about Summerville is the simple fact that it's hospitable. Everybody who lives here is very nice. They're very welcoming. Here's what they don't want. They don't want you to come here with your attitudes or your frustrations and take it out on them. You know, kind of think of like when you're moving to Summerville, you're hitting the restart button on life. So you got to restart everything. Don't come here and be angry at everybody because, you know, things weren't great where you were and now you're here. Don't make it worse. You know, people are very hospitable here. I find that if I talk to somebody and they're really, really friendly and they're really nice, I'm not going to have any issues getting what I need from that person. And that goes for a lot of things. You know, it's just like you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. My grandmother taught me that, my mom taught me that, and it's held true ever since. So you really, really want to make sure you're not pissing anyone off right when you get here. So, all right, now let's jump into number 3. This one I think is really great. This is why my family and I relocated here. It's the family friendliness. No matter where you go in Summerville, whether it's Hutchinson Square, whether it's Cane Bay, whether it's Nexton Square, maybe you're down in near Ravenel, doesn't really matter where you go. It is family friendly. And what I mean by that is there's a lot of things here for families to do. Right behind me is actually where they hold like silent disco parties for kids. They have yoga stuff, family yoga that you can do here. There's a ton of events throughout the year that happen that are free events that you can attend with your family. And that's a big appeal. Like when I was up in New York, anywhere you go, anywhere you do things, you always have to pay parking. You know, you got to go over this bridge or what have you. You know, it's always an expense. It's not the case here. You can come and go to an event and not spend a penny. Yeah, you're gonna spend some gas money getting there, but that's irrelevant. You know, that's just life. And one of the really neat things that I absolutely love about this area downtown is just that it's not chaotic, it's not crazy. And I keep seeing police go by, and that's visual deterrence. I don't care who you are, that's wonderful. And when you're a family, you know, you almost get excited to see the police and law enforcement out there because you really want, you know, somebody to have their eyes out for the troublemakers. So if you guys like the family-friendly environment and aspect of Summerville, then you're gonna absolutely love it here. That's one of the big things I say drew me here, is just that there's a ton of things for my kids to do, for me to do, for a family. I can buy a $90 a year state park gold card, okay? And I can do everything I want with my family in a year's time, and it only costs me 90 bucks. That's incredible. Everything from the beginning of the year, right on up to Christmas and New Year's, they have something planned at all those parks for those holidays and things. So if you're someone who's relocating here and you're just like, you know, what are we gonna do? What's there to do? Trust me, there is stuff to do every single week. And the other thing is, Summerville does a really, really great job of promoting all of this stuff on Facebook. And they've got a Summerville Town Council Facebook where they post all of these events and different things that you can attend with your family for free. Let me stress this, and I want to make sure I point this out, because one of the things that I think is so important, so special to Summerville, is that you utilize the businesses and the people here. You don't need to go out to Charleston. You don't need to go to Mount Pleasant. There are businesses, there are family activity things that you can do here for your family. You don't need to leave the area. It supports that local business, supports that small town community. People underestimate that, but that is the backbone to this country. And I'm telling you, you gotta support the small businesses. All right. Let's go to the next one, number 4. This is gonna be number 4, culture and the thriving art scene. That's probably one of my favorite things that I absolutely like each year, is going to all the different cultural events. You have a huge Brazilian community. People don't realize this. There's a pretty big Greek community here. You have a Russian community here. You know, you've got just a blend of different folks, and that's probably one of the things that makes it really special, is that everybody from all different backgrounds can come and bring their food, their art here, and sell it and make a profit. And that's what people are driving themselves to here, is because it's so diverse. Like for instance, last year at the Flowertown Festival, which is right here in downtown Summerville every year, I had the pleasure of trying my first Brazilian dish. Now, if you were to ask me what it was, I probably couldn't tell you, but it was really good and it was really delicious. Now, I would not have had that had it not have been for us just kind of coming to that event and saying, hey, let's try something new. Let's try this. And I'll tell you what, there is huge different cultural scenes here. They have a big African-American scene here where you have everything from the Gullah Geechee, and I know, I'm practicing. You know, they have everything from the Gullah Geechee right on up to, you know, the Greek Fest every year, to they have a huge museum downtown for cultural and art scene. So you really do get a mixed taste here when you're planning on moving to Summerville. I want to show you guys this. This is another side street. This is right in front of Town Hall. So you got Town Hall there, and you got some buildings right along here that house different restaurants, luncheon places. That's actually now, oh, okay, so now that's a fish and raw bar. So lots happening here in Summerville. And again, from a cultural, ethnic side, you've got a lot going on, and I absolutely love it. So fun little story time. I was over this past year looking at office buildings so I could host you fabulous folks in a really beautiful office environment. And I personally had the office that I was personally looking at was right down here in downtown Summerville. However, when I went to go look at it, the current agent on it notified me and let me know that that was going to be a particular one that was already under contract with somebody else. So yeah, that was unfortunate. Here's another really great restaurant down here. We have, I'm gonna turn this around. So you got Sweetwater 123. That's right here. They have a shop, and then they have a outdoor dining area. It's a beautiful day today, so it's like, why not go outside? And then Montrose, which is one of my favorite. My buddy Earl Newell, who's one of the best DJs here in Summerville. Shout out to Earl. Earl DJs here on Fridays and I believe Saturday nights, once every other week. I could be totally wrong about that, but I'd like to hear him once a week. He's awesome. He spins some great music. And then again, you've got another store here behind me that's arts and crafts. So again, you've got craft store and furniture over there. Whoops, let me turn this around. So right over there, you've got an antique craft store. You have another jewelry store right there, plus on top of it, toy store, day spa, and then more fashion art stuff. So again, if you guys are looking for a thriving art scene, this is gonna be it, because it'll be everything you're looking for. So as we come around here, this behind me, the building behind me is the art center. So if you're looking for an art place to get yourself, maybe you have a child, kids that are really big into art, you've got a whole thing here for classroom and study. So again, when you're talking about Summerville in a big picture, and you're talking about the arts, they've got it here. Also, if you're gonna be living in downtown Summerville, maybe you're gonna be living near the historic district, whatever it is, they have a YMCA right down here. So they've got the YMCA building over there. It's not as big as the Cane Bay YMCA. So the Cane Bay YMCA is actually the second largest on the East Coast. And that's why a lot of people live in Cane Bay, is just for that benefit of that. All right, so next on my list, number 5 is culinary, the food. I mean, let's be honest, I'm a foodie. You can't tell, can you?
Get in my belly!
Behind me is probably one of the best hamburger places you'll have a hamburger. If you like kind of those smash burgers, you like the burgers that are just like falling out of the bun and all the cheese and bacon, Matt's Burgers has that. But you also, if you live near Nexton, and you don't live in the downtown Summerville area, you can head right on over to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar, because they also as well have gourmet style hamburgers. Pretty cool. And their burgers at Bad Daddy's are amazing. So kudos to them. Also in this historic area, we've got a ton of different restaurants. Laura's is open now. You've got LPC back over in Nexton. You know, you just got a bunch of new places. And that's the thing I think most people really do love about Summerville, is the ability to have all that. Okay guys, now we are back at a special location, but it's perfect for one of my final reasons why people are flocking and loving Summerville, South Carolina. And that reason is schools. Yes, I know some of you may disagree with me, but hear me out. The schools here that they are building are so tech advanced, so forward focused. Right behind me is the brand new Carolyn Lewis School. This school year was the first year that they were open, so everybody has had an opportunity to kind of experience it. I have clients who have personally bought in this neighborhood with expectations of this school, and I'll tell you what, their expectations were met and way beyond. They absolutely love this school. The reason I say the schools is because not only do you have Carolyn Lewis, you've got Cane Bay, you have Fox Bank, on the other side of Summerville for Monk's Corner, okay? And then let's talk about some of the schools on the other side of Summerville. Well, you have Gregg Middle, you have Beach Hill Elementary, you have Rawlings, you have Ashley Ridge. I mean, these are fantastic schools. You need to go check them out. Do your due diligence. But I'll tell you what, I have seen the inside of this school. It is amazing. Schools don't look like this where I'm from in New York. The other thing, I'll say this school is located right here in Carnes Crossroads. Carnes is building up so fast. So many amazing things are coming to the Summerville area, especially Berkeley. We're in Berkeley County. And now that things are even blowing up on the Dorchester side, you're seeing a whole new highway go in off of Berlin G. Myers Parkway. They're finishing that highway. They're taking it all the way over to that side of Summers Corner. So people are going to be able to get around. That's all part of the things that people love about moving here to Summerville. If you're looking to move here or relocate here, you need to give me a call. You need to pick up the phone, 843-226-5535. Days, nights, weekends, holidays, it doesn't matter. I got your back when it comes to moving to Summerville. I get it. My family and I did the same thing. Going on 9 years now, and there were a lot of hurdles. There was a lot of things nobody told us about, and we had to learn and fail hard, and it was expensive. I don't want you to go through the same thing. Let me help you.
Help me help you.
Help your family. Maybe it's just you and your significant other. Doesn't matter. I can assist. I can walk you through this process and make it very easy for you, so that you're not going, oh, I wish we would have known that. I wish we would have known that. Oh, I wish we would have known that. You know, you're not going to have that with me. I'm going to be very thorough and explain things in detail to you. That's why I love what I do. I love being able to be very thorough with people and help them, see them, save money. That excites me and guess what? Here's the biggest tip that you need to know about Summerville. All these new construction builders, I got like 4 clients who are in houses behind me right now. I've got one here, that blue one, so I help people relocate here. But here's the thing, when you come to a neighborhood like Carnes, new construction, the buyer agent fee, the commission for me is already factored into the price. And listen, they legally cannot discount the price because you don't use a buyer's agent. So you're paying, think of this, you're paying for a buyer's agent when you go to buy a house and you're not using one. It's crazy. We have so much, we hold the builders accountable. We have leverage in the transaction because we are licensed agents on your side. We're going to help you through it. And you may say, well, Ryan, the agents are so nice, the salespeople are so nice, we can just buy the house ourselves. Correct. But then once you put your deposit down and you need things, they're going to be a little less likely to be so helpful. They're not going to help you pick out your home inspector. They're not going to help you, with your taxes and things like that, answering those questions. They're going to tell you to wait till closing or ask your realtor. Ryan McHugh, your neighborhood expert. If you want to see available properties now, go to www.buyfromrye.com and be sure to hit that subscribe and tap that notification bell and give me a like if you love this video. I appreciate you watching. I'll see you guys next time.